Tonight, a word of warning for every homeowner in the Valley. Keep an eye on your bank statements because if someone finds a way to access your accounts, it could cost you big time. Consumer advocate Michelle Mortensen tells us how a cybersecurity threat almost cost a man his home.
I just want to be let off the merry-go-round.
A merry-go-round. That's how Bill Marshall describes the cybersecurity fraud that plagued him for more than a year. In July 2015, someone gained access to his checking and home equity account numbers and created an online profile for both, something Bill says he never would have done.
I like my paper statements.
But all of a sudden, Bill's paper statements stopped coming, and because he didn't use the accounts, he didn't think it was odd. That's why Bill claims he never knew someone took $86,000 from his home equity line of credit. When he discovered it 90 days later, he immediately reported it to his bank, expecting to be made whole, but wasn't.
It's kind of like getting punched in the stomach.
State and federal law says you, the consumer, must report fraud within 60 days to not be liable for the charges. Now, Bill reported it 31 days too late, so he was on the hook for all of it.
It makes you feel violated. I'd rather have somebody try to break through my door, at least to have a fighting chance.
Bill did fight back as best he could. He turned to Metro and the FBI. But for months, nothing happened, and cases were closed. So in a wing and a prayer, he turned to Aid on Your Side.
Yeah, I was praying every day.
I did some digging in the fraud allegations. Turns out all $86,000 were used by a man in California to buy bars of gold. But even with that evidence, the bank told me repeatedly they weren't going to make any refunds. But then, out of the blue, days after my conversations with the bank PR team, everything changed. The bank refunded him every dime stolen from him.
I owe nothing.
You owe nothing.
And my line of credit is back where it was.
You own this house again.
Yes.
Why the change of heart? The bank sent me an explanation, saying it was a complicated case and they just chose to write it off. It wasn't much of an answer, but it was an answer Bill was very satisfied with.
Yeah, I'm just thankful. Thank God. Took a lot of pressure off.
Bill finally has his home back and his money, all because he had Aid on his side to help him off the merry-go-round.
I bet a lot of people are wondering right now, how did this even happen if Bill did not have online accounts and was like anti-internet, like so many people of a certain age are? Well, there's two theories in place. Either maybe his mail had gotten stolen and somebody took a bank account and so they had the information, they could create the online account, or a hacker could have just gained access to his computer and stolen enough information on what we have in our computer all the time to have created an account like this. Regardless, we're glad that it got solved, but you do need to keep an eye on your accounts at all times. Change your passwords often because these crooks, they are clever.
Very crafty.
So crafty.
Yeah, the bank did the right thing. That was good of them.
They did the right thing. He's been made whole, so it's just another, you know,
I'm just going to say,
another great job.
Well done, Aid on Your Side. Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks.
Guys.